So when you're asked to draw or sketch a back-to-back stem and leaf plot, they're going to give you two sets of data. So let's think of it like this. Let's call this Atlanta and call this Philadelphia. And we're going to take a sample of numbers from the example in our textbook on pages 132 and 133, and this is going to be the number of stories in two selected samples of tall buildings in Atlanta and Philadelphia. So these numbers are how many floors or how many stories are one of their buildings. Okay? So let's use 55, 70, 44, 36, 40, 63, 40, 44, 34, and 38. We'll use those from Atlanta. And then from Philadelphia, we can use 61, 40, 38, 32, 30, 58, 40, 25, 30, and 54. When doing this comparison, they don't really have to have the same number of data values. It's okay if one of your sets has more data values than the other. It will just show up on your back-to-back stem and leaf plot. Now the question here is, how would you demonstrate a back-to-back stem and leaf plot in your legend? Well, you're going to have two vertical lines with the stem. And so let's just make this up. This is a 5 in the middle. That would represent 50s. And if we put a 4 on the right, you would read this as 54. If I put an 8 on the left, you always start with the stem followed by leaf. So on this side, I would read this as 58. Okay, so it looks backwards on the left-hand side. But this is how the stem and leaf plot is going to look, so that on the right-hand side, you read it 54, and on the left-hand side, you read it as 58. Okay? So, let's get for ourselves some stems. We can see that the smallest number in this group would be 34, so we need a stem of a 3. The smallest number in this group is also 3s, so I think a stem of 3 is low enough. We need a 4, we need a 5, we need a 6, and we need a 7. I don't see any numbers in the 80s. So, oh, there is a 2. Philadelphia has 25, so we got to put a 2 also. Now, using your calculator, you can type the data into lists 1 and 2. So let's do that. For Atlanta, let's put that into L1. So it's 55, 70, 44, 36, 40, 63, 40, 44, 30, and 38. For your Philadelphia, you've got 61, 40, 38, 32, 30, 58, 40,